Something we do not see very often, a roof torn right off of a building in Longview after strong winds and possible rotation earlier this evening. This is the 10 o'clock news. I'm Ward Jolles. This security footage comes from Brusco Tug and Barge on 14th Avenue. Longview Fire posted it on Facebook tonight. It's been sent to the National Weather Service and is now being analyzed. The city of Longview says 4 buildings were damaged there and that some witnesses saw a funnel or possible tornado. We have team coverage tonight. Meteorologist Camilla Ortiz is keeping an eye on the radar and your latest forecast details. But first, let's check in with Fox 12's Adrian Thomas, who is live in Longview where those 4 buildings were damaged. Adrian, what are you seeing?
Hey, Ward. So first, we've learned from the National Weather Service this evening that this area sustained wind gusts of up to 80 to 85 miles an hour, which is a lot. But those National Weather Service officials are still investigating right now, like you said, whether there was, in fact, tornadic activity in the air around here. But I'll step aside so you can get a look at some of the debris right here that both neighboring businesses and those who live nearby gathered. Now, all of this debris was scattered down the street earlier, but thankfully dozens of neighbors came out here and gathered it all up earlier. Now, we learned from the National Weather Service that the severe weather impacted businesses are near 14th Avenue and Baltimore Street here in Longview. You can see one business towards the bottom of this drone shot that appears to have its roof torn clean off. The Longview Fire Department said another building, a motorcycle repair shop, also suffered major damage. We caught up with the shop's owner who lives with her husband above the shop. She says that parts of roofing and beams from a neighboring building had blown off and punctured a hole in her roof. While the damage was extensive, she tells us that a large group of neighbors quickly came to help.
It was devastating because that is our living area. This community is amazing. We've had so much support since this occurred today, and we've had a lot of people calling and texting, offering help.
And yeah, just some scary moments here in Longview this afternoon. Thankfully, according to the fire department, nobody was injured in some of those violent wind gusts. And again, the National Weather Service saying tonight wind gusts reach up to 80 to 85 miles an hour in this part of Longview. Live in Longview, Adrian Thomas, Fox 12 Oregon.
All right, Adrian, thank you. Well, now let's check in with meteorologist Camilla Ortiz. Camilla, the National Weather Service is saying a microburst is likely what caused this, although it could be a tornado. We don't know.
Yeah.
But for people out there who maybe don't know what a microburst is, explain.
Yeah, so it's very, very localized. We get them in thunderstorms. It's basically a super fast-moving downward column of air. Wet microburst means it also has raindrops in it. You can have a dry microburst where it's just air, and then it hits the ground, and basically that wind spreads out in all directions. So again, very localized. We'll get into a little bit more details as to kind of what the Weather Service was saying, but let's take a look at radar. What was going on at this time? So see all this yellow here? There was a pretty significant line of heavier showers that passed through Longview. Longview's right kind of the middle of your screen right now. So you can see the oranges, even some areas of red. Okay, that's very heavy rain. And if we pull up our velocity product here, this is what we use when we're trying to find rotation. So the green color here is particles or objects moving towards the radar, which is south around Scappoose, and red is away from the radar. Okay, so you can see when these two colors are right next to each other, that indicates things are moving in different directions, which can cause rotation. So there was some weak rotation. You can see the winds at the time around 17 miles per hour. Nothing super dramatic here, but again, it's possible. That's why the National Weather Service is not ruling out a tornado. Another thing is a funnel cloud was reported around La Center. This was closer to 4 p.m., I believe. No official tornado reports, nothing that, seemed to actually touch the ground there, but certainly just an active line of showers. So once again, kind of going back over what Adrian mentioned, National Weather Service surveyors said not officially a tornado, but can't rule it out. We talked about what a wet microburst is that causes that strong gust of wind, 80 to 85 miles per hour there. But if you do happen to have any pictures where maybe you can see a funnel cloud, you can even see some rotation in the clouds, absolutely contact our local National Weather Service office with those photos. They'd really appreciate it. So we'll keep you posted if we learn anything more on that front. Tonight,